Hey, welcome back to my channel. Do you ever read the nutritional fact label before buying a food product? I'm Teacher Tang. Today I'm going to share how to do calculations on molarity, molality, mole fraction, and percentage by mass using the nutritional facts information on this milk product.
There are 4 steps to follow through to find different expressions of concentrations of a solute in a solution. Step number 1 is to list out the information given in the question. Step number 2, you need to write out the formula as required in the question. Step number 3, you compare the information with formula and do unit conversions as required. And in step number 4, you substitute conversion in step number 3 into the formula to get the final answer. The first solutions concentrations expressions that I'm going to go through with you is molarity. We are going to calculate the molarity of calcium ion in the milk. So step number 1, we need to list out the information given in the questions. So what are the informations given to us? So the first information is 275 mg of calcium ion, and that is mass of solute. And the second information given to us is 250 ml milk solution, so that is volume of solution. And in step number 2, we need to write out the formula as required by the question. So in the question, we want to calculate the molarity. So we need to write out the formula of molarity. So molarity is equals to moles of solute over the volume of solutions in liter. Number 3, we compare the information that we have with the formula and do unit conversions as required. So the information that we have, the first one is mass of solute, and based on the formula, we want it in terms of moles of solute. So means that the first unit conversions we must do is to convert mass of solute to moles of solute. So how to find the moles of solute? So our solute here is calcium ion. To find moles of solute, mass of solute, given milligram, we must convert it to gram. Then the mass of solute divided with molar mass to give us the moles of solute, which is 6.858 times 10 to the power of negative 3 moles of solute, calcium 2 plus ion. So the first conversions is done, and the second conversions we must do is to convert the volume of solutions from milliliter to liter. So how to convert volume of solution from milliliter to liter? So we know that 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliter. So means that 250 milliliter we need to divide by 1000 to give us 0.25 liter volume of solution. The last step is to substitute the conversions in step number 3 into the formula to get the final answer. So our formula, we want to find molarity. So the molarity formula is moles of solute. So in step number 3, we already got our moles of solute. So we just need to substitute it into the formula. And divide it with volume of solutions in liter, which also been calculated in step number 3. So just substitute into the formula. Then we get our molarity, which is equal to 0.02743 molar.
Now
Now we continue to look at how to calculate molality, mole fractions and percentage by mass of calcium ion in the milk solutions. For this, I made some unit conversions in order to get the information mass of solvent 257 gram of water. So if you know how I made the unit conversions to get this 257 gram mass of solvent water, you are welcome to comment below. To calculate molality, mole fractions and percentage by mass, we still follow through the 4 steps. So to calculate molality of calcium ion in the solutions, again, step number 1, list out all the information that we have. So step number 2 for molality, we need to write out the formula of molality. So the formula of molality is moles of solute divided by the mass of solvent in kg. After we list out the formula, then we can move on to step number 3. So step number 3, we need to compare the information that we have with the formula and do the unit conversions as required. So we have been given mass of solute, but in the formula we want moles of solute. So means that in step number 3, we need to convert mass of solute to moles of solute. So how to calculate moles of solute? Again, mass divided by molar mass. Mass of solute divided by the molar mass of solute. After we get the moles of solute, then in the formula, we still need the mass of solvent in kg. But what is being given to us is mass of solvent in gram. So means that the next conversions that we need to do is to convert the mass of solvent from gram to kilogram. So after we have done all the conversions, then we can move on to step number 4. So step number 4, we need to substitute what we have converted in step number 3 into the formula. So we just substitute the moles of solute and also the mass of solvent in kg into the formula, and then we get the molality of calcium ion in the solution, which is equal to 0.02668 molar. To calculate mole fractions, again, step number 1, list out all the information that we have. So the information that we have is the mass of solute 275 mg of solute calcium ion and mass of solvent 257 gram of water. Step number 2, write out the formula for mole fractions. Mole fractions is equal to moles of component over total moles of all components. The moles of component here is referred to the number of moles of our solute, calcium ion. And the total moles of the component here is referred to the number of moles of solute plus the number of moles of solvent. Because both solute and solvent are the components in the solutions. So, and then step number 3, we need to compare the formula with the information given and do the unit conversions as required. So what is being given to us is mass of solute. What we want to substitute into the formula is moles of solute. So means that the unit conversions that we need to do is to convert the mass of solute to moles of solute. And then the second unit conversions that we need to do is to find moles of solvent. We have been given mass of solvent, we need to find moles of solvent. So how to find moles of solvent? So again, the mass of solvent divided by molar mass of solvent, then give us moles of solvent. And the molar mass of water solvent here is 18 gram per mole. Step number 4, to substitute all what we have converted in step number 3 into the formula of mole fractions. And we get our mole fractions equals to 4.801 times 10 to the power of -4. So in previous video, I already explained why there is no unit for mole fractions. If you don't know why, you might want to watch my previous video to understand why there is no unit for mole fraction. To calculate percentage by mass of calcium ion in the milk solution, again, step number 1 lists out all the information that we have. Mass of solute 275 mg of calcium ion and mass of solvent 257 gram of water. Step number 2, write out the formula of percentage by mass. So percentage by mass is equals to mass of a component divided by the mass of solution. So the mass of component here is referred to the mass of solute calcium 2 plus ion. And the mass of solution here is referred to the mass of solute plus the mass of solvent. Because solute plus solvent give us a solution. Then step number 3, we compare the information that we have with the formula and do unit conversions as required. So for this percentage by mass, we have been given the mass of solute in milligram and the mass of solvent in gram. And then in percentage by mass formula, we need to divide mass of solute with the mass of solute plus mass of solvent. In order for them to be able to divide and add together, the mass of solute and the mass of solvent must have same unit. So means that in step number 3, we need to convert the mass of solute from milligram to gram, so that both mass of solute and mass of solvent have same unit. So how to convert mass of solute from milligram to gram? So basically 275 milligram, we just need to divide by 1000 to convert the mass of solute calcium ion from milligram to gram, because 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligram. And to find the mass of solution, we just need to sum the mass of solute with the mass of solvent. But before we do the addition, we must make sure that both the mass of solute and the mass of solvent have same unit. After we are done with step number 3, the unit conversion, then we can move on to step number 4, whereby we substitute what we have converted in step number 3 into the formula to calculate the percentage by mass.